All right, let me get situated and we will do an official welcome. Let me just see one more of the chat. Educational therapist. Oh, awesome. Author, speaker, coach. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Okay, cool. I love there's such a variety of people here. Okay, great. So I am recording. Yes, we see the red dot. Okay, here we go. Thank you for being patient. I wanted to give people an opportunity to get here. I'm a little stuffed up, so we'll see. We might have a little snotting going on. Shh, I didn't say that. Okay. Okay, here we go. Thank you for being on time. And this is called Clone Your Best Clients so you can attract high-paying clients without cold calling, without manipulative sales tactics, or having to spend even more time. So I'm very excited for this, and it's so excited that you're here. Whoops, I went too fast. So my goal today is to give you time-efficient strategies because I know you are busy business owners. And so you can get more ideal clients who you love and who love you. It's not fun chasing people who you don't even like. So I want to make sure that you're working with people you absolutely love, hence the name Clone Your Best Clients. So this will help you make more money and help more people, which is a book that I wrote, which is why, I have it here. Why I like to say it. Here you go. Make more money, help more people. So I believe that we need more successful women in business because the more successful you are, the more you will inspire other women to be in business and be successful. And I gotta be real with you, women, we care deeply. You care so much about helping people, and I am in the business of transformation. So what this is truly about is more transformation. I believe women especially care so much about making a difference and transforming lives that I want to help you be successful because it's so true. When you do make more money, you're able to help more people. And this is why I believe that you are here. So since you're here, these are some of my assumptions because maybe you don't want to, maybe some of you don't want to stay if you don't agree with this, but I think probably you will stay. Number one, you care. You care. I love helping people who actually care about others. Number two, you're good at what you do. And now some of you might have doubt sometimes, but you know that you are good at what you do, and mostly it is because you care. Number three, you're committed. You're committed to getting results. You're committed to helping people. You're committed to making a difference. Number four, you actually have clients. Now, if you're just starting and you only have a few, it still works, but it's a lot easier if I'm saying clone your best clients that you have a few of those best clients that you want to clone. Okay, so if you can at least think of one, this will be very helpful as an exercise so you can use these strategies in this masterclass. So with all that, you should theoretically be able to make as much money as you want, but if you're anything like the women who come to me, you have some challenges. And you're woman enough to admit it, okay? So I want to have fun with you, and we women, we definitely tend to have some of these challenges, and sometimes it's up here in your mindset, and sometimes, or specifically, it's like, what do you do? So let me ask you, does any of the following sound familiar? Because I've worked with a lot of women like you, service-based female entrepreneurs, and what I've noticed are the following scenarios, the following problems. One, maybe you feel like you're begging or convincing or begging people to work with you, and you lose credibility. You might feel like you get frustrated or overwhelmed because nothing seems to work, even though you work so hard. You might be tired of men in your field getting ahead, even though you work harder than they do. And you're sick of chasing prospects and feel like you come off as desperate and are fed up with all the follow-up. Maybe you get burnt out and confused about what to do, so you don't do what needs to get done. Or you feel like you've run out of good leads and you don't want to call the leads you do have because you don't even know what to say. Or you're stressed out because you take on clients you don't want to work with because you need the business, or you just feel bad saying no. And you might be concerned you may be wasting time on the wrong time-consuming activities, which is probably true, like endless networking. And aren't you frustrated? You go work hard, meeting people all the time, and you can't seem to get those leads. Maybe you're frustrated trying to figure out how to advertise on Facebook and not sure if you should or not, or guessing what and when to post on social media to get clients. And then the follow-up. So I totally get it. If any of this resonates with you, I have completely been there. Here I am in this suit. This was, I don't know, like a decade, 15 years ago, whatever it was. And I was a financial advisor at the time. And then I was a money coach. And I was barely getting by. And as a financial advisor, I mean, you guys have been to networking events, you know, there's one on every corner. Like there's 5 on every corner. So everyone and their, I'm going to say dad, not their mom, is a financial advisor. So I didn't stand out at all. I didn't know how to market myself. I was frustrated with all that I was supposed to do, and I was willing to work hard, but I still wasn't getting the results. And I was trying to work with everyone, and I really was so desperate to get clients because I needed the money, and I also really felt like I wanted to help people. So I was dealing with inconsistent income. I was $47,812 in debt. And my husband laughs that I actually know the number, but I was tracking it because I was supposedly good at money, but I was so far into debt because my biggest problem was that I wasn't making enough. I always tell my clients this. I wrote this in my book as well. I said, the biggest expense to your business is you not making money, right? Because it's not what you're, you investing in programs or even the software or whatever, that costs money. But if you make $20,000, $50,000, $100,000 a month, you don't really need to worry about any of the costs. And I totally felt like a fraud. Now, it doesn't matter whether you're in a business like finances or not. If you feel like, if you're a business owner, you're not making money and you can help people, sometimes you feel like a fraud. And we all go through this. And at least I was smart enough to raise my hand and say, I need help. And I actually went and, after working with a bunch of different coaches and trying with, like the least expensive coaches, because I didn't want to spend money and I was scared of investing in my business, I found this coach who was the best, because I got to a point where I was so fed up with not making money. I'm like, if I'm going to work with someone, I'm going to work with the best. And I found this guy who was very, very young, very, very successful. There he is in Singapore. There he is on a huge stage. He's been on stage with Richard Branson. Tony Robbins, huge, huge names. And I ended up, at the time, he wasn't there yet, but he was getting people huge results. And I was like, I'm going to bite the bullet and do it. And this is me looking very young, about a decade ago. And then this is me, I don't know, few months ago, working with Jeff now. We both have gotten a little bit older in our days. But it's been a decade I've worked with this guy. But I did actually pause for a little bit, and I'll tell you why in a second. So working with Jeff was amazing. Like right away I started to make money. My revenue went up. I actually went from $2,000 a month, where I finally had gotten to that point as a financial advisor, to making $100,000 a year, which was like my dream. I thought that was the end all be all. But then, I kind of got comfortable. And after making 6 figures, you think, okay, I've made it, but then you still feel like you need a lot of money. But I did get some ideal clients, and I thought, okay, I could do this on my own because I learned some things. So I fired my coach at the time. I did fire him, and I got caught up in creating, like making things, right? Creating, let's say, courses, things like that, and doing a lot of the wrong things. And most of those wrong things were not money-making activities. And I got distracted, squirrel, right? I got distracted, and I was not focused at all. And I blended in with everyone else. And what happened was I had a drastic change. My income, which had hit 6 figures, and I was doing very well in my money coaching business, it went all the way down to $500 in a year. That's after I made 6 figures. I got comfortable. I thought I could do this. And then I completely got shafted, completely shafted myself. I basically went way down. But what changed everything was that I got clear on who I loved working with, and I began cloning them, which is what I want to teach you today. And these are my femmes. And what the most amazing thing about my femmes, I've now been doing femme for a few years or so. And when I first did it, they were women who knew me, and I kind of like, was in their circle. And then I started to, I'm not telling you to do Facebook ads at this stage, but I did do Facebook ads, and I thought, gosh, I don't know if I'll be able to get these femmes, because femmes like actually stood for something. It actually stands for Female Empowered Moneymakers. But it was so much more than that. It was an identity. It's like, these are the women I love working with, and I didn't think of the word clone at the time, but I wanted more women like them. And the coolest thing in my 3rd femme, I was like, oh my gosh, these women are still femmes. It's so cool. And I want to show you some strategies that, even though so many of the women that come to me now, it's from cold traffic, the people who don't know me, it's because I'm really clear about who they are and how to clone them, that I get similar clients who I still love. They love me, and they get tremendous results, which is why I was able to skyrocket my revenue just 2 years after the $500 a year mark and hit $500,000 a year, 2 years later. Okay, I tell you that not to brag, but I tell you that to inspire you and excite you, because no matter where you are, and hopefully you're doing better than $500 a year, but wherever you are, that you can get way beyond where you are. And I've had clients come to me, they're making millions and they go way beyond. So like the more money you make, the more people you help, but it doesn't matter where you are. I believe you can go so much further. And that's why I tell you these things. And today I'm very blessed. I've had the opportunity to get some media attention, be in Oprah Magazine, Entrepreneur Magazine, be in a movie called Impact, which I think is coming out soon. I don't even know when. And having my mentorship program, my Fem mentorship and the Revenue Accelerator program and some books. So I'm very, very humbled and excited about that. But I tell you that to inspire you because I believe that you're probably phenomenal at delivering value to your clients. And people like them, those clients that you're so good at helping, need you. They need you. So let's clone some of your ideal clients so you can make an even bigger impact. So here's what we're going to go over today. And I'll tell you, I just want to mention this. I didn't write it up here, but pay attention. Like if you're investing the time, don't go on your phone and all that. Don't get distracted. Like I swear to you, this is good stuff. I mean, one thing you can, if you ask any of my clients who worked with me, they will tell you I deliver. I really care about helping you. I do not want you to just get fluff. I want you to get actual concrete things that you can apply. But a lot of it has to do with your mindset shifts and then being able, so that you're actually able to take on the strategies and put them into action. Okay. So please pay attention, turn off your phones and all that. And then just know that I need to do the same. I need to pay attention. And if I'm messing with the chat and going back and forth, I get very distracted. So I will try to answer some questions at the end and do my best to do that. But please just forgive me if I don't get to your questions because I just get way too distracted and it takes too long and everybody's like waiting for the technology, okay? So here are the 3 secrets you're gonna get. Secret number 1, whoever communicates to their prospects and clients the best brings in the most revenue. Secret number 2, the fewer people you really communicate with, the more qualified leads you'll get. Secret number 3, how to get prospects to pay your high fees and love it instead of negotiating with you or walking away. So I know I'm not looking at the chat, but if that sounds good to you, you can put in there for each other to say, yeah, what? Awesome. Okay, and I hope it's okay that I can have fun with you. Now I put a little asterisk here that results are not typical. I can actually promise you that if you don't take action, you will not get results. That's a guarantee. So I am so big on inspiring you and motivating you to take the action because obviously if I give you the best stuff in the world and you don't take action, it won't work. But those clients of mine who have taken action, they're not just getting another $5,000 in their business, $1,000 here. They're like doubling, tripling, quadrupling. I mean, some of my clients I'll tell you about, they've gone from nothing or negative to making $200,000 plus a year and being on CNBC and Oprah Magazine. Crazy, crazy, awesome stuff that everyone here is capable of. I'm also going to give you something at the end because I kind of want to bribe you to stay because I really do think this is good stuff and I believe it's going to change your life. So I'm going to also give you the exact template to get more high-paying clients. I will go over some of it before and then I'll give you the whole breakdown here so that you can have a system that works to not only, which is cool, but help you give more value to prospects and clients so they get more transformation. So stick around to the end and I will give you that. Okay, so let's get into secret number 1. So whoever communicates to their prospects and clients the best brings in the most revenue. Okay, communication is key. So now let's take a look at the 3 main stages of communication with a client. Now, first it starts with prospecting. Obviously, this is before they become a client, but you're trying to get them to pay attention to you and you're in prospecting mode. Most people who come to me, this is their biggest challenge is prospecting and getting people to pay attention and leads, and they feel like they're not the best at it. Second is converting. And actually, I definitely have a lot of clients come to me where they have challenges with the sales side and they think sales maybe is icky or they don't want to feel manipulative, which is so exciting to me because I feel like when you sell someone, you actually transform their lives. So I love shifting that belief. So if you have any of those negative beliefs around sales, then I'm excited because we'll shift that as well. But that's another stage, like what's happening while you're trying to convert a client. And then the third stage, here we go. The third stage is servicing a client, which most of you are phenomenal at. You are just, you're servicing a client, which means you're actually, doing what you do best. That's your craft. Okay, and that you're phenomenal at, or you probably wouldn't be here. So my job is to help you with the prospecting and converting. But what I want you to pay attention to for this secret is the communication that occurs in these 3 stages. Now, being effective in each stage means you or someone referring you, which is really fun and cool, focuses on the problems and results. Okay, this might seem trivial, but this is everything. Now I want you to, let's like play this game. I want you to think of a client that you'd like to clone. Okay, your ideal client, and this is you, and you want lots of your ideal clients. And let's just call her Sally, okay, just in case we get confused here. We'll call her Sally if we need a name. Now let's go back in time to the first stage when Sally was a prospect. What message was communicated to her? So again, I'm talking about an ideal client, not some client who you don't like working with. You have this ideal client, and when she first came to you, she was obviously a prospect. What was the message that was communicated to her? So my guess is most of your best clients, your ideal clients, came from referrals. And those are raving fan clients who love to talk about you, but they also love to talk about the results that they've gotten. And they might say things like, and they'll be more specific, whatever, in your industry, but she has helped me so much. She's helped me so much with, let's say you're a coach, with the way I feel. She's helped me so much. She's helped me lose weight. She's helped me get a job. So one of you said you're a career coach. She's helped me make more money if you're a business coach. She's helped me, obviously, if you're a financial advisor, I've talked about. So she's helped me with my money. Whatever it is, they're talking about the result. She really listens. She's always there for me. She understands me. She makes life easy for me. She's so trustworthy. Now, this referral, your raving fan clients are going to basically talk to your prospect, and your prospect's going to come to you, and basically they're already ready to get your help, because the gist is what has been communicated to them is that she, meaning you, get them and solve their problems. And that's all anyone wants. Now, the referrer communicates in mission-based language. I call this mission-based language. And all that means is that it focuses on how they feel, the problem solved, or the results that they get. Things like trustworthy, saying you're trustworthy, saying you care, saying you listen, saying you help, all those things. Now, this is what I love to ask. Did the referrer talk about your qualifications? No. Did they talk about your products and services that you sell? No. Did they talk about your process? No. Did they talk about your deliverables? No. So why would you, when you're prospecting, talk about what you do, how you do it, instead of talking about them and their problems and the results or the problems that you solve? This is a huge distinction. So many of you, you're going to networking events, you're talking to people, say, what do you do? And then you put yourself in a box. I'm an architect. I do design. I'm a coach. I empower women, whatever. I get it. Like, that's cool. Empowerment is some sort of result, but you want to be specific. And I'm going to give you some clues. Now, that's prospecting. Okay, this is prospecting. That was prospecting. And this is more the conversion. So in the prospect meeting, right, you're trying to convert them to a client. If you, as, whatever, the coach, the advisor, the whatever you are, is getting clear on the problem they have and the result that they want, and that's your whole job, if we can just really dumb it down to what you're really trying to do here. It's not about you, it's really about them, the problem and result, then guess what? The solution they see is working with you. And you want to be that solution. Comes to problem result. And I'm going to tell you how you can use this to help you clone your clients. In a client meeting, again, all you're trying to do is serve them, right? To help them. This is the fulfillment side, the servicing. So you want to know, well, what is it? What is the problem? What is it they want? What is the problem? What is it they want? And that's just problem, result, problem, result. And again, what can you give them if you understand their problem and you understand what they want? Transformation. And this is why I'm so passionate about what I do. Here's what happens. You get raving fan clients who now they start saying things like, to the world, my life has transformed. She is so awesome. They're talking about you. I'm so lucky. My clients are bragging about me online. The one that's just on CNBC, she just talked about me on CNBC. Like, that's pretty awesome for me, for my marketing, because I serve my clients so well. Okay. And she's talking about the results that I gave her. She's not talking about the process that I used. Okay. So you'll get more referrals like them, AKA clones. These are your clones of your ideal clients. And you can steal their language so people like them want to work with you. This is one of the hacks, okay, is that you got to understand what would they say about their problems, your ideal client, and what would they say about the result that they want. And then you steal that language. You get to package it up when you're prospecting, prospecting. You can talk to your clients when you're telling them about who you love to work with, and they'll refer you. And that language that you get to regurgitate will be now compounded and spread out like a megaphone so that your message is heard and more people like them, your clones or their clones, will come to you. So let me show you some examples, real life examples. Okay, this is Ginny. She's the owner of Alaska Fit. Now, so you know that there's a transformation. Let me tell you about what was happening before. Now, she was considering closing her business. She actually had to take out a $40,000 loan to keep the doors open because she had a lot of overhead. I mean, she was running a big business with lots of coaches and personal trainers, I should say. And she was working in the business instead of on the business. How many of you are guilty of that, right? We're working in the business, just servicing the clients. We forget to do the marketing side of working on the business. She was totally stressed out, overwhelmed, confused about what to do. All right, now one of the things she did to clone her clients was she captured their success stories. And I'm not gonna go through like this whole thing, but I was listening to this testimonial. And it was like a 3 to 5 minute video. It wasn't just a testimonial, it was a case study about the problems that she had, all these health issues and all the challenges, and she thought she couldn't do it, and all these things that were all the things that were going through her head. And then what Ginny did was she took that language and she basically summarized it and talked about the results. I learned the most valuable lessons. And in this video, she talks about how valuable the staff was and how nutrition was so important. And the things that were important to her were the things that Ginny highlighted in her prospecting, right? Using this to get more clients like her. And then again, the takeaway here is to use their language in your marketing. So she used their language, and she has here a bunch of different things. Like, here's what you need to know. It doesn't have to be hard. So after surveying or interviewing so many of these clients, they were saying, oh, I don't want to work out because it feels like it's so hard. Or I didn't want to work out because it felt so hard. I didn't want to settle. Like, all these things that they were focusing on, these are this is the key to your marketing, because they're basically giving the language for you. And here's some more examples. I love this. Like you, I'm not 20 something anymore. Dare I say it? I'm approaching 50. So she took the feelings that they were having in order to market her message even better to the language that would resonate with them. Yes, there's some obstacles. You're too busy to eat. You're not interested in exercise. The big question is, how do you start a fitness program? When you're approaching past 40 something, she's talking to that client. Communication, ladies, communication is everything, everything. That's why it's number one. The one who makes the most, or communicates the best, I should say, makes the most revenue. Now, here are the results. Ginny brought in just 2 months, less than 2 months after we started working together, she brought in $50,000. And then in her 4th month, I believe, she brought in $93,000. I mean, she told me the exact number, 93,807 in 30 days. I think it was month 4. It was amazing. And this is someone who thought about closing the doors. Just incredible. Another example, Lisa, she got friends marketing for her. So many people don't know what to do on social media. Well, when you know how to communicate to your clients that you want to clone, or when you want to communicate to clients, or the prospects, I should say, who are like your clients that you'd like to clone, then you can get other people marketing for you. And here, a friend of hers, Taya, was marketing for her, and she even used her language, talking to who she wanted to talk to and talking about the problem that they're having. And here's Lisa. I mean, Lisa's just like, she's famous in my world. She was making negative 300 a month, negative, for like 3 years straight. She exhausted her retirement account just to live because, like I said, the most expensive thing for her was not making money in her business. So she was out 100 grand. And then 3 months, in 3 months, she made her first 10K. Then the next 12 months, 128K. And now she's doing 200 plus. And she's the one who has now a #1 best-selling book. She's been seen in Oprah Magazine, Entrepreneur Magazine, Fortune Magazine, Women Magazine. I don't even know. I can't even keep up. And CNBC recently has a spokesperson. It's crazy. I don't say this to brag. I mean, I like to brag about my clients because it's so awesome. When you transform people's lives, you want to talk about it. But I say it to inspire you, because this is someone who looked at her life thinking, I can't do this. I'm now 3 years in business and I haven't made any money. In fact, I've exhausted my retirement account. But she got clear about exactly what I'm telling you, so she could get a client and then another client and then get more of the same awesome clients who love her and who she loves. So your revenue could look just like Ginny's, just like Lisa's, if you become the best at communicating with prospects and clients. Now, secret number 2. I get so excited. I'm so excited. Okay, the fewer people you really communicate with, we're talking about communication here, but this is the fewer people you really communicate with, the more qualified leads you'll get. Here's what I mean. Okay, most of you go networking. A lot of people come to me, they're going networking because they think that's a way to market themselves. Now, when you go networking, everyone is selling themselves. Your positioning is horrible. I mean, you're talking to someone who might not even be, I think I have this here too, might not even be your client, might not even be anyone who gives a flying, who cares, I should say. So what you say is typically not compelling. You don't have messaging that compels them to want to talk to you or work with you. There's no CTA or call to action. Most people you talk to, this is the point I made earlier, are not even ideal clients. They're not even there in the room, by the way. It's not even that, like, I mean, first of all, you have to try to get to everyone. There's so many people, and maybe there's an ideal client there, and some of them might not even be there. And you don't have time to talk to everyone to find the people you can really help. Now, what I teach is something called exclusive events. Now, the way that exclusive events work is that they're exclusive. So it's very specifically targeted to your ideal client. All right, this presupposes you know who that is, and all you got to do to know who your ideal client is or know how to target your ideal client is to think of, start with 1, 2, or 3 people you'd like to clone. And that's why I said when you came to this masterclass that you should at least know who you want to clone, okay? And then you could just make that your target market for right now. We can get more specific on that later if we work together, but for right now, I don't want you to complicate it because I know people get stuck on this. So the exclusive event is targeted to an ideal client. There are a limited number of spots. It is not supposed to be for everyone and anyone who has a pulse, okay? It's limited. Usually I like to say a maximum of 12. They're not bribed to attend. How many of you have gone to, you know, those happy hour type of networking events and everybody's just like eating and looking? I'm usually looking for the food. I really want them to pass the awesome appetizers. I can't even think until I get the food. But anyway, you don't bribe them to attend. You attract them through your messaging, again, communication around the problem and result. They're focused on solving a problem, so people come there to get their problem solved. So they actually want help. They're basically raising their hand and just wondering, can you help them? But they're saying they want help because they're responding to your messaging. It costs nothing for you to put on, or close to nothing, as long as you have a space, and you have a clear and compelling call to action. This is you putting it on, so you get to do whatever you want, so you don't have to worry about someone saying you can't have a call to action. Like some people, one of my clients, she's a nurse practitioner, and she speaks on stages, and they're not allowed to sell. They're not even allowed to give contact information or ask for contact information. This is your exclusive event. You do whatever you want, but you want to give a call to action with a scarcity of time, amount, or cost. Okay, let me give you a case study example. Now, Jessica is a financial advisor, and she was self-market. She actually was she did a lot of networking events, but she was also paying for some marketing. But what she did with the exclusive event to see, especially compared to paid marketing or compared to networking, she self-marketed these exclusive events to existing clients she wanted to clone. So I want you to imagine for a moment a client that you have that you want to clone. And if you were to say to that client, hey, I have a whole script on this that those of you who end up doing my business building session, the first 5 people will get these scripts. But the gist is you're like, hey, awesome client, like, you know, I really love working with you because of this, this, and this, which is compliment, compliment, compliment. Because of those things, it allows me to help you more and provide more transformation. Has it been valuable to work with me? Like, or has working with me been valuable? Basically, you're extracting not just compliments, but you're extracting the transformation so that they see that it's mission-based, okay? You could even say, well, how was it before and how is it now? And that's gonna be problem result. Now we're back to problem result or problem solution. So she said, okay, I'm gonna find this ideal client that I wanna clone. Let's call her Sally, like we did. We call up Sally and we're like, hey, Sally, I love working with you because of this and this and this. You make it so much easier to help you. Has it been valuable working with me? And she says, yes, it's awesome. And how so? And she tells you. And then you're like, oh, that's so amazing. Well, I'd love to help more people like you. And because of that, you know, I'm having an exclusive event. It's not for everyone. It's very exclusive. It's only for women. And now you have to say who's the profile. Let's just say they're career-driven women who have been in the workforce at least 2 decades. And what I'm doing is I'm going to talk about this, and then you're going to have whatever your topic is, the great promise or the great result you're going to provide if they come to this exclusive event, and the problems they're going to solve. Guess what? We're on problems and results again that they're going to solve if they come to this event. and you say, hey, do you happen to know any other women like you who might want to come? Look, again, it's not for everyone, but it's just going to be maybe 6 to 8 women, very, very exclusive. Who do you know? Let's just brainstorm. And you start brainstorming, this person, this person, this person, Susie, Michelle, Sarah, awesome, you're writing these down. And then you say, well, would you be willing to introduce me to them so I can invite them just via email? Look, obviously I don't want to cold call them, that would be ridiculous, but would you be willing to introduce me via email? And of course, you know, most likely they're going to say yes. It's no big deal to introduce you. This is why I like saying introductions over referrals. They introduce you, and now you have people to invite, and they're clones of your best clients. So Jessica did this. She paid $0 to fill the room. She had 9 events. She got 80 attendees, but only half of them were actually prospects, because she also had another little hack that I teach, which is plant your clients, your ideal clients, in the audience, because they sell you for you. She converted 80% of those, or 32, into appointments, 70% of those into clients. That's 22. She made $135,000 in her business. 85,000 of that was recurring. That was a slam dunk. Okay, and what's even better than that, clients from the exclusive events are ideal clients, and they become lifers. And they, of course, referred more ideal clients. So her business now has tripled. She went from 120,000 in 2016 to 175,000 in 2017, 250,000, this is outdated, sorry, in 2018. Became a #1 best-selling author. Also featured in Entrepreneur and Oprah magazine, all while pregnant and then having a baby. Like, could I be any more proud of my clients? It's so awesome. But she used these principles that I'm teaching you right now and made it happen. And there she is. She's so great. I love these guys. These ladies. Okay, secret number 3. How am I doing? Okay, good. I want to make sure I'm okay on time. So secret number 3, how to get prospects to pay your high fees and love it instead of negotiating with you or walking away. Now, I know you all can relate to that. Isn't it the worst when you make an offer and they try to negotiate your fee, or they're bargaining with you, or they're like, peace out, I'm gone. I mean, come on, and you're like, I'm not even charging. It's usually when you're not even charging that much that you get the people who are trying to nickel and dime you. I know you ladies are going, I know what's up. You resonate with that, right? So let's figure out how to do that. Okay, first of all, you must have a system to convert ideal prospects. Now, here's the system that helped Kirsten go from charging $0 to $4,000. This is per client. So she had a new business. She came from the nonprofit world. I mean, she did not want to sell. She did not want to be salesy. I mean, the word selling or sales made her itch. I mean, it did not work. She is just all about helping, contributing, and making a bigger impact, which is what I'm all about too. She's the founder of the Changemaker Mentorship. So she was able to create this program, totally transformational, and she found that when she charged more, they got better results, they paid more attention, and they had such greater transformation. They were able to help the world more. And she helped people basically like do social impact, you know, so help with not just doing a charity, but actually creating massive impact in their communities. This also enabled Denise to double her income. Denise, she was actually in my Fem Mentorship 4 times, but she doubled her annual income. She's a life coach. She started as a health coach. Then she realized she was so much more passionate about helping women around their life, because it was more than just getting them to lose 30 pounds or something. It was so much more. And now she's more of a life coach, and she was able to double her income. Also helped Mary Beth gather 18 million of assets under management. For those financial advisors who are listening, you might be drooling. That resulted in tripling her revenue from 150,000 to 500,000 in 2 years. These are real results. I tell you this to inspire you and get you excited so you know that this can happen for you. Now, most people don't even have a sales process. And many women especially feel that selling is manipulative, conniving, and dirty. Doesn't feel good. And if there is a sales process that they use, it's often like this. So like a traditional sales process for any type of, association type of thing, if you had sales training, especially the old school stuff, they first say, okay, I talk about my company or I talk about myself. So talk about my company or about me. Number 2, my process and how I work with clients. And that a lot of people do. Even if they're not necessarily like a company and maybe they're more of a solo entrepreneur, but they talk about their process and how they work with clients. They might ask what the prospect wants, and I call that order taking. So it's basically, if you're lucky enough to get someone who's ready to buy and you let them just kind of talk to you, talk at you, and tell you what they want. Sometimes you end up just taking their order and just giving them what they want, when truly you could actually have a program or a package that could be double, triple, quadruple the price that gets them a much bigger result if you were able to get deeper into the problems and understanding what they would want. Some people, they'll hopefully go and ask about their goals, but most people are still going just to the surface problems. And then, maybe the next step, okay, so here's what to do, but often it's not clear, it's not compelling or urgent. So the traditional sales process is designed to highlight you or your company. It attempts to add credibility about you, uncovers what you can sell them, is very mechanical. It's not necessarily about getting to the deep problems that may make someone uncomfortable. And it leaves the client feeling talked at and sometimes interrogated. Or on the other hand, if you're not taught that, you might, like some people today, they're just saying, hit the pain. You're told to hit the pain so hard, and it feels horrible and wrong to you. And you feel so uncomfortable with it, you're just not willing to do it. Now, the FCC sales system is actually designed, this is my system, it's designed to help you identify your client's true problems on a deeper level so you can solve them. It enables you to drive prospects through the sales process faster and more effectively so they get results faster. I mean, this is all really to serve them. It's not really for you, even though it does obviously make more money, help more people. When you make more money, you're able to transform lives, and vice versa. When you help transform lives, you make more money. It saves you time so you don't have to chase prospects. It filters out the tire kickers so you help people who are actually committed to getting results. And it gets clients to take action faster so you can give them more transformational value. Now here's the FCC sales system, so that when you're in that meeting, when you finally get the prospect who's a client or a prospect who's like a client you'd like to clone, that you don't miss it and you don't mess it up, because we got to make sure to get all the stages here. So the first step is FCC. Okay, FCC stands for frustrations, concerns, and challenges. So you might say, oh wait, that's the pain. Yeah, you do have to get to the pain, but you're not trying to hit them where it counts to hurt them. You're trying to understand what motivates them. You're trying to understand what pain they're in. It's not like you're causing the pain. You're uncovering the pain. You're uncovering the problem so that you actually know without a shadow of a doubt that you can solve them. Otherwise, how dare you say you can solve their problems when you don't know what the real problems are? Because if they're just telling you surface problems, then you're not able to really promise a result that you can stand behind. And I love understanding the real problems, what's motivating them. Like I often ask my clients, well, what's your biggest concern, or what's your biggest challenge when it comes to growing your business? They say, oh, well, I don't have enough money. That's a surface problem, or I have money, but I feel like I'm running around. I don't have enough time, and I really want to spend time with my family. Oh, tell me more about your family. So do you have kids? Oh yeah, I have a 3-year-old. Okay. And how, and boy or girl? Boy. Okay. I'm not just getting like the rapport stuff. I'm like, okay, well, so why do you feel like what's so important about spending time? Why do you feel like if you don't do this, you will fail your son or fail your kid? I mean, it's harsh language sometimes, but I want them to feel it because they want to get what they're telling me they want, and there's something holding them back. So the deeper I can get into the frustrations, concerns, and challenges, and I have an advanced sales mastery event that's 3 days. I go so into this so you understand how to ask in a way that's serving your clients, but you really truly get to the problem so you can help them. So that's FCC. And FCC, you don't have to say it in one sentence. What are your frustrations, concerns, and challenges? It's just to remind you, because my clients can all remember these 4 steps. FCC, your job here is to get to the frustrations, concerns, and challenges. You can pick any of the 3 words. You can go back and forth. You can do one at a time, whatever. Okay, the second step is MW. MW, as you can probably guess, stands for Magic Wand. Now you're going to spend most of your time on the FCC, but you want to make sure to understand what they want. And the nice thing about Magic Wand is that if you can wave a magic wand and get anything you want, what would it look like? And they can actually take out the negative beliefs about why they can't have it, any limitations, any consequences, and they can actually just tell you what they truly want without judging it. And that allows you to see, can I really help this person get that? Then you want to give them a yes ladder, which is essentially just asking questions, to get their brain, there's part of your brain is called the critter brain or the lizard brain. Its job is to keep you safe and to help you survive. And it doesn't care about you making money, right? So if you can get that part of their brain out of the way that's just trying to stop them from having what they want and keep them safe and allow them to survive, which could be in debt or in 30, 50 pounds overweight, then you can actually get them out of their own way and help them. And the last step is the offer. This is clarity. You have to have clarity about what you're offering them so they know what they can buy. If you're not clear about your offer, they're not clear. And I always say a confused mind says no and does nothing. Let me give you an example. I need a sip of water. I'm going strong here. Okay. Kat and Dr. Mimi Zakor, their daughter, mother-daughter duo here. Now, I swear to you, they came to they started my advanced sales mastery event, then they were in FEM. They've been in FEM, I think, 3 or 4 times now for a few years. And selling was scary for them, and they were flubbing on the words. They were even trying to follow the FCC sales system, and it's like saying it was just hard, Kat especially. And then together, after they learned this, and they mastered it, and they're still trying to master it. I can't say they mastered it. They got better and better and better at it, and they continue to improve it, because even today they ask me questions years later, and they just keep getting better and keep getting better. But together they hit $40,000 in less than 6 weeks when they launched their first program. It was their first high ticket program, because before, Kat was selling like $100 a month type fitness coaching. Kat went from making $25,000 a year to making $60,000 in 3 months. She's on track. She's like, she wanted to make $100,000 last year. She exceeded it, and now she's like, oh man, I think I want to make $200,000. And then I talked to her, and she's like, I'm on track for $300,000. She's going strong. It's amazing. And they're absolutely they love working with their clients. So they're working with clients they absolutely love, which is the most important thing. Okay, here they are. We have a video on my site somewhere that shows their excitement after closing $40,000 or almost $40,000 in 6 weeks from their first program. So look, this could be you. I give you these examples because everyone who's in my program, and I kid you not, I can't say, everyone got like double their income. I'm not going to lie. That's of course not true. There's a lot of people who come in and they don't always take action. But what I can tell you is the people who are committed kill it. They kill it. And like these women would say, oh, I can't, like, what would life be like if I didn't do FEM? And I'm not telling you to do FEM right now. You don't know anything about it. And honestly, I'm very particular about who's in FEM because I want to make sure you get a huge return on your investment. But what I want you to believe at a minimum from this is that you can get huge results, because now you know what to do and now you need help implementing it. And so I want to give you the first step, because most people get stuck on how to get started, so they never take action. They come to these master classes, these webinars, whatever, they get all excited and they get to their desk the next day and don't know what to do. And I know I talk fast, I get excited, and I can't help myself, but I created a special offer for you. So I asked myself, because I'm not expecting you to say, yeah, I'm going to hire Robin for the next 6 months right now. I want to give you the first step. And I thought, what do they really need? I thought, what do you really, really need? And the first thing I know, especially when I started, I needed customized help. You can tell me all day long the strategies in a book, and my book is great, but it's in a book, in a masterclass, in a whatever. And if I don't have a way to communicate with my coach to ask specific questions about my situation, I don't know how to apply it. So I thought, you guys, you need customized help, and I know that's true for my FEMs as well. So what I have for you is a business building session. And this is really designed to help you build your business as fast as possible. And what we do, we jump on Zoom. There's 4 or 5 other women in service-based businesses like you. They're only women. And there's just like the 5 or 6 of us, and we're really, really focused on what you need to move forward, to get you the result, to start making money now. And then I can give you customized solutions, take some of these strategies or other strategies on target marketing, or specifically on exclusive events, or specifically how to drive your clients through the sales process faster. And it's really effective. We spend 2 hours or so. It's usually about 2 hours, and it's a value of $997. So customized help on any of these things. Typically, it's attracting qualified leads, closing sales, packaging, raising your fees specifically, marketing activities like exclusive events, or driving prospects through the sales cycle faster. Now, what you're going to get in this group business building session, like I said, first is the $997 value. That's just the group business building session. But that's not enough. I knew you needed more. So I said, what else do you need? You need to be able to maximize and get exponential results, because I talk fast, I say a lot of things, and I'm like, well, so many people will covet this. Oh, you can only have a recording if you work with me. I don't care. If you don't want to work with me, don't work with me. Go apply this on your own. But most people, like, they just listen once and they can only apply so much. So I'm like, here, you can have the recording. And I'll even show you a way to get it transcribed for free. And it's yours forever. So the recording as well, that's a $297 value. You get it. You can listen to it 1,000,000 times if you want. So what you're going to get the group business building session for $997. You're going to get the recording of the session, which is a value of $297. And that's a total value so far of $1,294. here's an example of someone who did the business building session. She said, Robin's insight and experience of the common challenges for women in the industry, in her case, she's in insurance, that can roadblock our success is incredibly valuable in the business building session. She quickly identifies areas where we need a boost and gives specific strategies that are absolutely transformational. This session gave me so much clarity on exactly what to do next to get more leads and clients. Look, the biggest thing holding you back is not having clarity on what to do next. I mean, I can tell you all these things, but if you still don't know what to do next, it doesn't help. Lily, she's a graphic designer. She said, I'm not someone who generally buys anything, especially not on the spot. So happy that I did. And she said the session has been so much more life-changing than I could ever imagine. I thought I was getting scripts in a system, but I also got a whole new way of thinking. Robin's advice gave me permission to ask what I'm worth and the tools to project myself as a credible expert that I am. She actually did end up joining FEM, and she hasn't even started yet, and she's got tremendous results. I don't know the exact number, but she said something like, before she started working with me, and not even working with me, like she like saw me speak or something, and then she started to apply some stuff, and she was making $25,000 or something for the year, and then the first 6 months, first month, I think, this year, she ended up making as much as she made that whole year. I'm sorry, I don't know the exact numbers. I just remember it was freaking amazing. I should get those numbers. So don't quote me on that. Okay, Diane, she's also wealth management. She said, I so enjoyed my session with Robin and other women. It was incredibly helpful. Robin listened to every single person and helped us feel comfortable sharing our issues, thoughts, and ideas. It's actually extremely valuable to be with other women to see you're not the only one. Like, the other women have these challenges, and then you'll learn so much from them. Most importantly, she ensured that we each walk away with something new that we can implement immediately. This is key. If you're interested in improving some aspect of your business right now, do this business building session. Robin is awesome. Okay, so I know I had to tell you that so you believe me that I can really help you. But here's the cool thing. I thought, what else do you need? I'm not just going to give you that. You need to know what to say to capture clients quickly. So you need the exact scripts and system to drive a lead to become a client even faster. So actually what most people do, they're going, this is what I call the stages of the sale. They go to a networking event. They don't know what to drive them to next, so they have a follow-up phone call. They don't know what to say, so they're like, oh, I want to go to a cup of coffee. So they say, go to a cup of coffee. Then they don't know what to say to the cup of coffee, so they end up following up again, following up phone calls. Then there's a free meeting. Then there are follow-up phone calls again, follow-up meeting, and if you're lucky, you get a client. This sometimes takes people 10 hours, 6 weeks, 6 months, or years. And I want to help you do that much faster. So I'm giving you, this is so time consuming and inefficient, so I'm giving you the awesome funnel. And I'm going to show you what you get, but this is the awesome funnel, and I'm going to give you the exact scripts and templates for this. So when you get a lead, let's say from a networking event, you're going to go to the 10-minute call. You know what to say to get them there. You know the purpose, the script, and the call to action to get them to the next step, which is a discovery call, the strategy session, the client. I've done this with people who are architects. They changed it slightly, but same principle. Coaches, changed it slightly, same principle. Health practitioners, changed it slightly, same principle. I'm working with a woman right now who she teaches leadership to nonprofit organizations, same principle. So no matter what business you're in, as long as it's service-based, this works. So I'm going to give you the exact scripts, and this is all in a bonus course called the Rapid Client Capture Program. It includes these 4 videos, and it's each of the steps. I did this live, and I recorded this, and I have it all for you. It's a $497 course. You also get the tools and templates. So all the swipe files is a $397 value. So what you're going to get, this is crazy. I just had to make it irresistible. I know it's crazy. And you're like, I didn't come here to buy, but did you come here to change your life and change others? Because if that's the case, then you invest in yourself and make a difference. I'm passionate about that. And don't worry, I'll give you money back guaranteed. So the group business building session is a $997 value. The recording of the session, $297 value. Rapid client capture videos, $497. I know I sound crazy because I'm so excited. And I'm not trying to be all like too excited for you to freak out because this is feeling like a sale. I want you to be excited to change your life because the value of this is, I show you this because it's all real. If you want to buy everything separately, this is what it would cost. So the total value is $2,108. I still thought, what else would be even more awesome? This was crazy. I just threw in this, which I thought just would sweeten the deal. Immersion in community to come to an event. So this is for a live event. You can come either to a one-day event, and that's usually the one I have is called Quantum Leap, or you can use it as a voucher, and you get a $500 voucher to another event, like Position Yourself for Profits, Advanced Sales Mastery, but you get, that's a $1,500, at least $1,500 value. So here's what you're gonna get, a total value of $3,705, including the one-day event. And if all this did, seriously, if you're thinking about this, you need to think about the result, because I don't want you investing in your business if you're not going to get a huge ROI. But if all this did was just get you even 10 more qualified leads, if it helped you close one more sale, if it helped you save time so you could spend more time with your family, would it be worth it? And if the answer is yes, you should be on your computer getting ready for that link. And if it's no, then don't do it. But you should look at the ROI, right? What's one client worth to you? $1,000, $5,000, $10,000 more? If you're not charging at least $1,000, then that's something we could work on, is increasing your fees. But most of you, if you're service-based, you should be charging at least this. So how much would you invest to get one new client? And to be able to get the clients who are willing to pay well, and they're happy to pay it because you use a system like the FCC sales system, which means you care about them and their problems and how to solve them. And it allows you to have a repeatable and duplicatable system for life. So you can see why this is a good deal at $2,500. I'm not charging you $2,500, but if you want to go to my site and you want to get this later, it'll be $1,497. Okay, just to be real with you, this is gonna, we don't typically have this available, but this is the price for the general public. You can get it all now for $497. We take off $1,000, and all you got to do is go to Biz Growth for Women, /BBS, just in case sometimes the W's don't work. So don't put www. I don't know why, but just put bizgrowthforwomen.com /BBS. So now you have two choices. The first option, you can do nothing and don't take this leap of faith, which is 100% risk-free, which I'm about to talk about. The second option is you pony up this small investment today compared to all the value you'll get in return and just give it a shot. If it works, great. If not, just ask for your money back and you'll get it. I am not here to make $500. I am here to change lives. And if you don't see the value after 2 hours, after we're being with you almost an hour here and then 2 hours with me, like, I don't want your money. I really don't, because I want raving fan clients, and I'm very proud to have raving fan clients. So the money back guarantee, you sign up today. If you don't find the business building session valuable for any reason, just let us know and we'll give you your money back. Okay, you do have to attend it. It's not like buyer's remorse. Oh gosh, I'm scared. Like, I don't want your fear to get the best of you. If you do this, that means you're committed to getting the result, and I'm going to make sure you get the result. So you got to show up, and if you don't find it valuable, you can have your money back. The real question is it worth gambling a couple hours of your time to have the potential to reach your business goals faster? And if it does even a fraction of what I've claimed to do, it will do, then it will pay for itself. So here's all that you get. It's a $3,705 value. I think it's ridiculous. It's crazy. It's such a no-brainer. But I know you don't know me. Some of you are just coming here. You've never seen me before. And I know I talk fast and I get so excited, but I hope you know it's coming from the heart and how much I care about you and wanting you to get results. And I know there's someone over there that's listening. You are listening right now going like, I know I want to have what Lisa has, what Jenny has, what Mary Beth has, what all these femmes have. I talk about them in my book. You can have those things. You need the strategies. You need to know what to do, and you need to make sure to get out of your own way and go do them. And that's what I do here. So it's only $497. If you want to get it now, you go to this bizgrowthforwomen.com /BBS. And I did mention this, a special bonus for the first people who sign up, only the first 5, is you get the Clone Your Client scripts. And this was what I was saying, written out for you. There's actually 4 different scenarios of scripts, whether you're talking to a client you want to clone or talking to someone who is not the client you want to clone, but you want clients that are your ideal clients. And it tells you how to do that. I call it a alternative client script. And then it's if you want to drive them to an exclusive event or just drive them to a discovery call, which is basically like a free call. That's for the first 5 women only. That's $197 value just for that bonus. And it's all $497. And here, for those of you who just want the free stuff, here's the free stuff. Whoops, sorry. So if you want the exact template to get more high-paying clients, that's the FCC that I talked about. And then there's the checklist that goes with it. You go to bizgrowthforwomen.com /bonuses. And I'll keep that up for another second because some people think I go too fast. I don't know why. I get very excited. I did not drink enough. Okay, cool. Okay, so any questions? I will try. Some of you might know, if you know my story, I have a baby. So I try to answer questions, and then I'm going to stay a little bit to answer any questions. But if I don't get to your question, to go, but you can always ask questions in the business building session, and you can also send us a message to support@robincrane.com if you have a message that I don't answer, because I don't always see them. But I will go over real quick before I look at the questions, some typical questions that people ask about the business building session. I think the biggest question people have sometimes is, will it help me? Will it help me? I mean, I don't know your situation, but I think the most important thing, I will say, I'm not best working with everyone. I am best working with people who have a service-based business and a high-ticket offer. And like I said, if you have a service-based business and you could have a high-ticket offer, that's fine, because a lot of clients come to me, they don't know how to charge. I mean, when I first started, I was charging for a financial plan. I know I was a financial advisor. I was charging $500, but I waived the half of the fee, so it was really $250. And then I went up to $500, then I went up to $750, then I went up to $1,000, then I went to $1,500. And I used something similar as the FCC sales system. And then I added money coaching and became more of a money coach, and kind of wasn't as much doing financial planning, and went from $1,000, $1,500, $2,500, $3,600, $5,000, $7,500, $9,000, $12,000, and even to $2,500 a month for money coaching. It was pretty amazing. And I teach my clients to do it way faster. That took me about 18 months. But I teach my clients to do it way, way faster. So if you don't have a high ticket offer yet, but you have a transformational service-based business, then we can help you. If you have like a flower shop and you sell flowers, like I'm probably not your gal. Like I don't really know how to sell the low ticket stuff. It's not my thing. If you have like a MLM, unless you're going to lead with like speaking and coaching and then back end a network marketing type of product, like a cream or something, unless you do that, I wouldn't be your person. But if you have a service-based business and you really care about helping people, then that's what I'm really good at. And my whole focus too, people ask me like, how are you different, or your process different from other coaches out there? And I think the biggest thing is I really focus on getting you just to the next step. Like a lot of people tell you, here are the 10 things. And I know in a masterclass, I can only do so much because I'm trying to give you as much as I can, because I want to make sure you get a ton of value from it. But some people, it's like, here are the next 10 steps, then come back to me in a month. When I work with my clients long term, I'm just telling them what's the next little step. Actually, in our community, like I'm on WhatsApp every day. Like I can go on WhatsApp and see people asking me questions every single day, and I'm like, just go do this, then come back to me, because you have a problem, and then it's like, how do you solve that problem? I go solve this problem, and then you're going to have a new problem. Because as much as like everyone says, oh, okay, this is great, not everyone, but some people say, I'm just going to do this on my own. Problem I had was that when I tried to do it on my own, I had new problems. And every time I had a new problem, when I didn't have a coach, I didn't know what to do. And then I just got in the hole, and I went through self-sabotage and self-doubt and all those things, and I couldn't get a result. So what's great is I have something called the belief loan phenomenon, if you've been in my world and maybe seen these videos, but how you borrow the belief and you just take action, and I give you the system. So I give you the next step, give you the systems. But on the business building session, it's like I said, it's 2 hours. And then if after that you want to talk about how we can continue to work together, we can. You don't have to. It's really, I'm not attached to it. It's just a lot of people who want big results. That's who I attract. Often they don't want to just make an extra $5,000 in their business. They want to double or triple or quadruple their business. And so I help them do that. And it takes a little longer than one business building session. But what happens in the business building session is massive transformation about the way you think and understanding what to do next, so you can take action. And I have no doubt that any of you can at least make $500 back from this. I mean, that's easy. Probably 3 times or 10 times that, but like to do it consistently over and over again, some of you might want the next level, but don't worry. It's not like a 2-hour some people do a 2-hour sales pitch. I do like to tell stories because I know it inspires people. It's like, you have to believe it. And so I love to tell stories of my clients, like my book, Make More Money, Help More People. I tell stories of my clients. I guess I don't need to share my screen here. I tell stories of my clients because it's so inspiring. It inspires me every day. It reminds me of why it's so important to do what I do, because it's just so incredibly, it lifts me up. It's so valuable. So very, very, very excited to share with that. But the business building session, what other questions? When is it? Typically it's every couple of weeks. So if you don't see a spot, that means it's probably full. And then just you'll have to check. But once you basically will sign up, Obviously, you put in your credit card and all that. And then you're also going to get a ton of, like, in addition to the bonuses that I give you, I also give you more bonuses. I'm like, here are some optional resources. I can't help myself. Like, so don't go like be mad at me for giving too much value, but you get all the bonuses that I said you'll get in this package. And then there's some things I throw in as well to help you along the way before the business building session. So you get more out of it. If you don't do it, that's okay. One of those things is the money type quiz, which is super fun because that helps you know what's holding you back and where to focus, and that's like what beliefs and behaviors you might be holding you back and what you could do. So I like to go over the money type quiz, so you'll do that as well. As far as events, some people ask, well, when are the events? I would just say check my website, or if you're on my list, actually open the emails, so then we'll be telling you when things are coming up, but things change. I don't want to give dates right now because I don't like to promise things and then I'm not sure, like sometimes things come up and it doesn't work. So okay, so any other questions? And again, if I don't see it, I'm sorry. Okay, so question, I mean, I think I got the ones here. If I'm missing anything, let me know, but I know some of you are sending it privately and some of you are sending it through the group. Okay, cool. Well, thank you. Thank you so much for being here. I had a lot of fun. Dream, believe, achieve. Yeah, awesome. And I really hope you take these things and apply these things and can go clone your best clients so you can make more money and help more people. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I look forward to seeing you on the business building session. If we missed any questions, just send questions to support@robincrane.com. Bye.